All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We're talking more Las Vegas Raiders. It is so funny to me that the only people who are upset, and it's a lot of people with that being said, the only people who are upset the Las Vegas Raiders with pick 13 drafted Brock Bauer are not Raiders fans. It's so funny to me, dude. This is an all-pro. This is by far the best tight end in the draft. This might be the best playmaker in the entire draft. You just got a freaking stud. You just got a freaking dog coming from the University of Georgia. Guys, 175 catches, 2,500 yards, 26 touchdowns. This is a tight end. All right. And it's just so funny to me because it's like, oh, well, they needed to address quarterback. And it's like, why would I take like the seventh best quarterback in the draft when I can take the best tight end and a dude who's going to immediately impact my roster from day one, from the get-go, guys? 6'4", 240 pounds. He's a freaking wide receiver. He can block. It's so funny to me also. Like, it's like, why would you take a tight end at pick 13 when you have other pressing needs and you drafted Michael Mayer of last season and the dude can't even block? And it's like, says who? Says who? I also have Michael Mayer. And so it's like people are assuming Michael Mayer is going to be the blocking tight end and Brock Bowers is going to be the receiving tight end. It's like, you got a double tight end personnel. Judo. You don't know if it's a run. You don't know if it's a pass. You don't know if it's a play action. Like, this is the cream of the crop here. Rob Gronkowski, Aaron Hernandez. Whenever I say that, it's like, oh, well, Gronkowski was drafted in the third round. It's like, what the hell are you talking about? Anyways, that's it for my Brock Bowers rant. But before we get into tonight's video, if you enjoy it, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily Raiders content. Raiders fans, love and appreciate you guys backing me up, backing my claims up in the comment section every video. If we could try and get this to 250 likes, that would mean the absolute world to me. But once again, guys, this is, I mean, he might be the best playmaker in the draft. He's clearly the best tight end in the draft. And I just don't understand what all the issue is. And we talked about this in our video yesterday. It's like, all right, if I'm running with either Gardner Minshew or if I'm running with Aiden O'Connell coming off his rookie season, it's like, why wouldn't I not continue to surround him with weapons? And considering the fact that they drafted JPJ in the second round, who should have been a first rounder, and they also got Delmar Glaze, like, guys, this Raiders draft class seriously was phenomenal. You see it offensively outside of Brock Bowers and JPJ, but you really see it defensively. We'll talk about a couple of guys in just a second here, Tommy Eichenberg and Trey Taylor. They picked up Christian Wilkins in free agency. Like, the Raiders didn't have too many freaking holes to begin with, guys. There's a lot of things people are missing the mark on. The Raiders, people don't know that the Raiders had a top 10 offensive line last season. People don't know that they had a top 10 defense last season. People don't understand that they got a first round center at pick 44. They wanted you to draft like the seventh best QB at pick 13. They don't get Brock Bowers. They don't get Michael Mayer. Michael Mayer last season, 27 catches, 304 yards, and 2 touchdowns in 14 games. He also missed the last 3 with an injured foot. What people don't understand about that and those statistics is not that he was a total freaking bust drafted in the second round out of Notre Dame. It's like, well, dude, if he missed the final month of the regular season, and Jimmy Garoppolo and Josh McDaniels did absolutely nothing for the offense. Guys, they had like one game above 20 points, and it was against the Patriots. Like, I don't want to hear anything about the first half Raiders last season. And Michael Mayer and Trey Tucker should not be included for their off-season or for their underperforming rookie seasons, because it should just be taken with a grain of salt. There's underlying factors at play here, like we just mentioned. So I'll touch briefly on JPJ. We've talked about it the last couple of videos. Day one starter, if he can win the right guard spot of Cody Whitehair. You got your center and Andre James, but Powers Johnson started games at both Oregon. You guys hate that I say Oregon, by the way. I'll limit it in today's video. He started games at both guard spots and center in college. Last year, 13 games at center, was an All-American, won the Ringmanton Award as the nation's top center. But more importantly, he's versatile, and the Raiders offense wants versatility on your offensive line. And that's also why you picked up Delmar Glaze. So we're going to focus on 2 big additions, in my opinion, to this Raiders team, and they actually both come defensively. Once again, the Raiders, especially under Antonio Pierce, it was a top 10 unit in the NFL last year. What I love is the pick. I freaking love Trey Taylor, by the way. We'll talk about that in a minute. Round 5, pick number 148, Tommy Eichenberg, inside linebacker out of Ohio State. The thing is, and the connection to note here is, Antonio Pierce, the Raiders head coach, spent 9 years as an NFL linebacker. So you're getting Eichenberg, who is 6'2", 233 pounds. He's going to give you a depth right now because you have Robert Spillane and you have Divine Diablo. But keep in mind, like we keep saying, both of those two guys are on the last years of their contract. So Tommy Eichenberg paired up with Antonio Pierce. Even if his rookie season, it's more situational, it's more depth related. I love the pick. Absolutely love the freaking pick in the long term. So last season, 82 tackles, 2.5 for loss, a sack, and a forced fumble. And the most important note is he played in only 10 games. All right. So moving on to Trey Taylor, we'll continue as the week goes on to dive into and dive deeper actually into all of these rookie picks. Also some undrafted free agents because I think the Raiders killed it there as well. But we'll end this video talking about Trey Taylor, safety out of Air Force. Round 7, pick 223. In my opinion, and I guess it's a little bit biased, one of the more underrated picks in the entire NFL draft. Raiders fans, when he was acquired, when he was picked up in the 7th round, you made note of him right away. Guys, this is the first ever defensive back drafted out of the Air Force Academy, all right? He actually won the Jim Thorpe Award as the nation's top defensive back. Yes, you heard that correctly. It gets only better from there. Trey Taylor is the cousin of Hall of Fame safety Ed Reed. But last year at Air Force, 3 interceptions, 1 pick six, 74 tackles, 5 of those were for a loss, and a blocked kick last fall. So this is a guy, if he can find the field in his rookie season, which I think he will, at least for depth purposes, long-term, guys, this is an absolute money freaking move, and he's definitely going to make the roster, in my opinion. But, guys, once again, people are just missing the mark here on the Raiders draft. I think it's just common at this point in the Raiders franchise because of Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler that people are just missing the mark on the Raiders entirely. I was watching The Herd earlier today, and the guy, not Colin Cowherd, his co-host, was like, man, what do they even have? Like, they don't have anything. Why didn't you take a quarterback with the first round when you could have, why'd you take Brock Bowers in the first round when you could have had a quarterback? And it's like, I think Colin was the one who was like, don't they have Devontae Adams? I'm being jokingly, he knows they have Devontae Adams, but they have a top 3 wide receiver in the NFL and Devontae Adams. Zamir White can play at running back. Now you have a crazy 2 double tight end set. And, who's that other guy? Oh, Jacoby Myers, most underrated wide receiver 2 in the NFL. Trey Tucker, intriguing rookie season with crazy speed. Oh, and what they just do, they picked up Michael Gallup from the Dallas Cowboys. Keep surrounding your quarterback with weapons. Protect him and give him weapons. It's simple. It's simple. That's it for tonight. That's it for tonight's rant. We're going to dive deeper as the week progresses, so stay tuned for that. But guys, hit that like button, hit that sub button, and let me know down below who is your favorite pick the Raiders made in this year's draft. Peace.